the passion and love with which he plays the game. When he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Wall with the steal. Back to Paul. The Wizards working the ball around now. There's Neal with the three, and the shot is good.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Here's Drew. One up.
Once that basket starts to get bigger.
Curry against Paul. And it's Beal in the corner. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Beal's got his first basket of the night.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign. And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historic... Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Pass to Drew. And a big-time jam right there.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Paul kicks to Neal. Paul against Curry. Clock at 6. Back to Paul. Let's go. Shot is no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Jumps up. Here's Drew. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good play. I mean, you stop the sure thing, slam dunk with that foul. And I think you send a bit of a message, too, about your physicality and force in the basket area. That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Nene, the pass to Paul. And he hits the jumper for 2. Paul's got 9 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Here's Freak. He's got 5. Curry attacking to the inside. Nice shot by Bogut. And you think about Stephen Curry, clearly one of the greatest shooters the league has ever seen. Clark, I think you could make a case that he's the best off-the-dribble three-point shooter in league history. What do you think?
I think he's the best total shot maker shooter we've had in the league. When you look at all aspects of shooting, I don't know if anybody's ever been better.
And a wide-open look for Freak. And it's Paul penetrating, and it's sent back by Bogut. He lobs it up, and Freak throws it down.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life. Just not much success when it comes to shooting. And for Steph Curry, the light doesn't get any greener. I mean, the only limit is his conscience. I think he does a great job of scoring, but also looking to keep his teammates engaged.
A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Paul missing again. Here's Drew. Out of hand on it. They retain possession. Curry kicks to Green. Pass to Freak. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by John Wall. Wizards trail by 9. Paul goes in. Powered down with both hands.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Warriors with the rebound.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points.
And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his
anywhere 5, 6 feet.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, and they've also balanced that, though, guys, with the attack off the bounce as well to get them some points.
Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. Steph Curry's out there with Freak, and it's Drew in at the 3. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins, and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
Paul with the ball. He's got 14. Feeds to Beal. Back to Paul. It's deflected. Kicks to Curry. And a miss there on the triple. Wizards trail by 11. Now Paul. Takes it from 10. Misses off the right iron.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
For Washington, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
The Wizards shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Paul. He has 17 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And it goes on Draymond Green. The Wizards have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
And both free throws good from Paul.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there. Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
Paul is doubled. And he gets the bucket. Paul's got 21 in the game.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I just saw right there, Jeff. They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backcourt has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Launches it, and that one's good. Paul's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Washington.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
And it's Freak missing.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Paul goes in. Steph Curry with the rebound. Curry's got his 3rd rebound on the night. It's stolen by Wall. Green with the block. Wall with the steal. Dishes it to Paul. Green with the block. And they're able to recover. Paul against Curry. This one for three. They get it back. Nene kicks to Neal. Out to the wing. Here's Paul. No luck. They battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Freak. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Freak's got 18 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Paul outside. Launches a three. Again, the miss by Paul.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
From downtown, and the shot is good. Paul's got 27.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Here's Drew. Rebound by Nene. Nene's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Paul goes in. Shoots it up. No good. So Golden State will take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. It's stolen by Wall. To the paint. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Paul. 27 points for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And they double up Paul. And the foul called on Freak.
Substitution for the Wizards. Marcin Gortat.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the first half. Paul for 3. Oh, he hits it! And so that brings the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille. It was all about Golden State as the game got going. At one point, they had a 9-point lead. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is a...
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
And, you know, I'm not sure that he can continue to shoot the three as well as he has up to this point. He has been lights out.
You know, sometimes, Greg, you have those nights where the basket just looks twice as large as it is. Grand Canyon size. It might be one of those nights for him.
And
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
it was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors show just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
And there's the call on Marcin Gortat. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
The rebound by Gortat. Well, the Warriors did zip the ball around very well last year, Clark. They led the league, as Greg was just talking about, led the league in assists per game. It wasn't even close. Over 27 assists per game as a team.
Yeah, 28 times they had 30 or more assists. In 2014, the team that led in that category was the Spurs. They did it only 16 times.
Wow. Just 2 to shoot. Beal's shot is good.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Here's Drew. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
The drive by Paul, and it's sent back by Bogut. But they get it back. Over in the corner, Paul. Over Freak.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good.
And in the second round, the Wizards continue to be a tough opponent. I mean, they went up 2-1 on the Hawks, but were unable to keep the series lead. A lot of close, heartbreaking losses for them in that series.
Over to the left wing. And Freak throws it down.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Kicks it out to Paul. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Paul's got 38 points.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number 1 for this defense.
Absolutely. You cannot allow a team to have that kind of a rhythm from beyond. And the Hawks would ultimately take down the Wizards last year in the postseason. John Wall and his injury were a big turning point in that matchup. And all those buzzer beaters for both teams made it one of the most interesting series of the postseason.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Wall with the steal. Paul with the ball. Out defended by Freak. Shoots from 14. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Curry's got 7 rebounds in the game. And Freak throws it down.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution. And guys, one thing that was obvious to me, last year the Wizards really matured as a team. I mean, they played as if they expected to win instead of a group kind of coming into their own. I thought they just showed a lot more composure and maturity on the court.
Outside, Green. They double-team Curry. Here's Freak. Offline with his 3. And stolen by Freak. Now the dish to Freak. From deep. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Freak. Drew's got 5 assists tonight. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Wizards trail by 13. Reverses, and it's sent back by Bogut. On the wing, Green. From deep three-point range. And that
seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And Paul gets it to go in.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And Freak throws it down.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Paul can't get it to go.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
And that's what the alley-oops guys will do for your team.
Warriors leading by 14. Freak. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to him free at the line.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
And here is Paul. He's got 44. Good if it goes. He got it up that.
Okay, man, put your hands together for
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Wizards trail by 17. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Steph Curry's out there with Freak, and it's Drew in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Golden State ball.
Warriors leading by 19 points. Curry kicks to Freak. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Warriors ball.
Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Here's Freak. Now the pass to Bogut. Outside Curry. Another 3 for Golden State.
Dropping bombs. How many more threes are we going to see from him tonight?
Well, we've already seen plenty. I mean, he's got more points from outside the arc than inside of it so far.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
And that one's good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And Freak throws it down hard.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor, isolate up top.
Such a well-oiled machine.
Spacing.
For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Paul goes in. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Paul's got 48.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Here's Paul. Green with the block. They retain possession. Oh, he's going up for the up. Oh! That is just nasty.
The athleticism on that finish.
A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
And guys, it had to be, because not nearly as easy a play as they made it look. You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
And that one's good. Freak.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Paul outside. And yes, sir, that one drops. Paul's got 52 points.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Freak. And he jams it with authority.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Inside. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Paul against Curry. Now here's Paul. He's guarded closely. Now the feed to Wall. Just 5 to shoot. The drive by Paul. Shot's good. Paul's got 54 points.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Curry. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Gortat. And so it's Golden State with it. Here's Freak. He dishes it to Curry. The shot misses. And Washington the other way now. They push it up 4 on 3. Paul kicks to Nene. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. And stolen by Freak. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And it's Paul penetrating. Gortat, just 2 to shoot. Wall, that's good.
3 points. John Wall.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Back to Bogut. This one for 3. Rebound, Washington. Paul's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC.
This was for Freak. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
They've been careless and sloppy, and the turnovers have been a big problem.
Yeah, big reason. How about that, Kevin?
What range on that shot.
Unbelievable.
That's amazing. And it's Paul missing.
I'm not even going to comment on that one.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat. How about Steph Curry in this one? He has 9 rebounds. And talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
Clark, there have been some fireworks from deep today. Boy, he is just dangerous out there.
And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can, a rugged player.
And in last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group. That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
And again, Washington, no good.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your Warriors girls.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Guys, your thoughts?
Now, you know, I'm not sure why you call a timeout this late. I mean, the game is more or less over.
I think they might just be taking a few extra seconds to...
That, Kevin.
What range on that shot.
Unbelievable.
That's amazing. Washington calls timeout. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, they can game plan all they want, but unless they can put more time on the clock, I think this bad boy's over.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they hope to get accomplished with this timeout here.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of the crowd.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's move on to our Jordan Player of the Game. He just put it completely out of reach in the fourth quarter. It was as if he was saying, okay, enough fooling around. I'm taking over now.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You get jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season.
Yo, look towards the darkness. Nah, yo, look towards the light. Yo, what the? Yo, what is that?